43.1. Fuck, I had a quick go at Imola today on the PC, and
there we go, streaming.
I'm slow. Not in the head. 43.1. I'm pretty sure that's a good time.
I should Coco.
What he said.
Right, let's go into streams. Where is it? Oh, we'll be organised one day. One day.
This is on you, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Gil's not messing
But
around.
your headset was on you.
Oh. No, that was on both of us for no preparation.
Oh,
The
he's
boy,
popping wheelies. Who was that?
42.8.
87.
Bathurst is a 87.
That's
Harvey.
Harvey. Harvey's popping wheelies.
That's nothing out of the ordinary.
Right, anyway.
Bathurst,
right,
he loves this track. Look at that, 42.8.
who should we jump in with? Because
Oh God, who's on a?
who's on a lap? Oh, Skill's pretty quick here at the moment as well in the Lamborghini.
I think John's on a flyer.
Is he? Right, where is he? Where is he? Where's John? Oh, Gallo. There he goes. Boom.
42.4.
Just to rub salt in the wounds. It's like, oh, I haven't done any practice this week. Yeah, I haven't driven a lap.
Quick, eh? It must be. I hope it's quicker on PlayStation than PC because I'm like really slow then. But John's yet to set a lap.
Yeah, I'm sat in with John now just to see what he's up to.
He'd want to be. It's not like the Merc's slow around here because Gallo's proved that wrong.
Yeah.
Tackling that chicane's interesting. Sausages for days.
We'll see how Gallo gets on in the Jaguar next season.
With 200 kilos in the boot.
Yeah.
And a couple of flats.
He'd probably still win.
I would just go rip the motor out.
He's a freak.
Tell him to go Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, yeah. You got to hit the Z and X buttons, you know, like doing the athletics on the old computers years ago.
He's going to use a keyboard.
Yeah, you keep on tapping Z and X. Oh, John's killed himself.
Yeah, but he set a lap, and so he's put him up in the P4, 888 off Gallo.
Yep.
But Skill's bettered his time. Bettered his time? That's not a word.
Right. So where is everyone at the moment?
Oh, John's back in the pits. I know he's
going straight back out. So let's jump in with Glenn. I'm sure Glenn should be able to hook this porker up around here.
Oh, he has been doing a lot of iRacing, so don't know if that's thrown him, but
yeah, it can. I mean, look at what's happened to us on occasion. It's like, where's all my pace gone?
I know it's hard to have fun and be good at all of it.
Yeah, and then leave your steering wheel in the same settings for the other one, and then wonder why you spin out at every corner. Something's happening.
There's a lot to remember. I don't know what the Porsche's like around here.
Well, it's nimble.
It's a handicap. True.
It's nimble,
but
so there's a lot of hairpins.
No, the double. Where is he coming up to? I don't know what the names are, but that downhill section, right-handers and shit. He's coming up to it now, so you go over the crest into the small right-hander into the sweeping left-hander. This corner's not too bad.
That's a left-hander. What?
Yeah, left-hander. No, it's this one coming up. I said sweeping left-hander and then into this downhill section. Through here. This is...
Oh, I love this bit. Not.
He made it. He's clean. He's clean.
As long as he hooks it up, it's alright.
It's just the Porsche, though, with the motor in the back. It sort of can... feel a bit weird.
And the fact that you feel like you have to run max wing on every blooming course.
So see if he can better his time. Second off the pace.
Just coming
Shit,
around.
Barters he's pretty aggressive. He doesn't want.
Oh my god, yeah,
Gallo.
He's
to
not
get
going to
away.
let Gallo have it this easy.
Barters loves this track and the Audi. So what has Glenn got for us? He doesn't seem to.
9:45.
No.
No. Oh my. Oh hello. He's going for another flyer, and there's John and
Dask. I think it is in the fluoro. How can you miss it? Fluoro Audi. Someone was coming out of pits. I think John was chilling on the racing line. No, but the pit exit out of here is pretty bad though.
I was just rolling a smoke, Flatty.
Yeah, gotta leave the boss alone. Might ban us from gifts on Discord. Can't be having that. I've learnt firsthand.
Right, so who should we jump in with? I think Barters, because I reckon he's going to...
He's pushing. He wants that pole position, doesn't he?
He does, and that's a bit presumptuous wearing number 1, but...
True.
Now, is he going to do his old tricks? Is he going to look for
I don't know what his PB here is, though.
The brake markers and take them out?
Sit on
and he crosses
info.
Right, so he hasn't improved, but
he's still got a lap to go. And Skill's right up there. Bruce has set a good time.
Oh my god, yeah. John back in 5th.
Yeah, so it's pretty close at the front there, and then
top 3.
Bit of a jump back to 4th, and then close again for the next 4.
How's the old boy doing? Because I think I wonder if he must have been practicing. He's sat in 11th at the moment.
Yeah, he's 1.8 off the pace, which is pretty damn good to be honest. He likes that new Evo.
For the old codger. I can't say much. I'm only actually a few years younger than him. Probably got more greys in him as well. I don't know. I can't. Like, is George one of these older gentlemen that's got, like, you know, where they get that bald spot at the back of their head that is just so inviting to be slapped? I wonder if he's...
Stay on track here, Bob. Concentrate. So
right,
I've been watching Barters, but I don't know, because I'm curious to see.
Yeah, I'm still sat in with Barters
pushing,
at the moment.
He's still pushing.
He hasn't backed out. Did he lift? No.
Yeah, he's done. Oh, where's the start finish? I don't even know where it is actually.
That was the start finish.
It's
where you see all the cars congregated together. There's the pits. Right, so I wonder if we're going to have another.
Oh, who do you want to who you want to stay on it to watch the race? So
Albert
go to,
is here.
Is he?
Yeah, I didn't think
should
Albert.
Be here.
I didn't think Albert was here this week.
I don't know how long.
Well, yes.
Who do you want to jump on? Jump on someone for the race, either Skill.
I reckon Skill. Let's jump in. We'll leave it on Skill because
John's.
Then we've got the top 3.
Look at that, half a second, top 4.
Yep.
John's just pipped Bruce.
Nice lap, Johnny boy. Right, hopefully he stays dry for the race, and then we might see.
Good lap by Bruce as well, must be said. And music's up there.
Yeah, so top 7 within a second.
Albert's off the pace. He's.
Yeah, I don't know if he's had much time. I can't remember if he was supposed to miss this race or not. I think he might have said that he had work.
No, that was.
Or was it the previous round?
Previous one, I'm pretty sure.
Right, okay.
Australian Open.
Oh, was that what? He went to the tennis? He missed
don't
racing
know,
for tennis? What?
I think he was working there. He's a ball boy.
Or was Nadal there? You know what
Nadal, yeah.
you know what the Spanish are like for following their sports stars. It's like, yeah.
Don't even like tennis just because he's Spanish.
Yeah. Maybe.
Anyway, going off track again.
Who else?
That's it. That's actually pretty close to the top 7 within a second.
Actually, we are missing someone. We are missing young fella.
Come on.
HSV.
Young. Yeah.
He's off to play netball this weekend, isn't he?
Oh no. It is a unisex game, Bob. Come on, and it's 2021. You keep your 1950s thoughts to yourself, all right?
All right, point taken.
No, I think basketball. He hurt himself at basketball, or
Well, I think he does a few sports, but it was basketball that he was supposed to be playing this weekend. But... Right, so there we go. All halves ain't going to be happy with that, but I think he did say that he hasn't had a chance to practice. So, to be honest, by the time he settles into a race, I think that we'll see...
Has he done any laps?
I don't think so. We'll see him as one of the big movers, I reckon.
Oh, it doesn't take him long.
Nope. Unfortunately, we've got Brian Tabasco, Aussie Thunder. Actually, we don't normally see Andrelli that far down, do we?
No.
He's normally sort of...
And Tabasco, Aussie Thunder, he's a new boy, is he?
Yes,
Yes.
Aussie Thunder...
He's from the
KRL? Or, you can't say X anymore because a lot of people now are entering in multiple leagues. So...
I think he's still KRL, yeah. KRL blood. Why is it he's got the thing programmed on the session start for like 5 minutes, what it feels like, Geordie? If you haven't got your setup worked out, not a good start for a 60-minute race. It gives John plenty of time to roll all the smokes he likes. Get his esky nice and close to him. Beer on tap, come on, no, priorities.
You know he won't have it all rolled up. He'd be like, oh no, I've got to quickly...
100%.
Maybe like, right, Sunday night from 8 o'clock I've got to have all my stuff lined.
He's pre-rolling them at like 15 minutes before the race.
Well, he's sat on the grid now, like feverishly rolling.
Yeah. Some are Cuban cigars. Some are racehorses.
So Geordie in 11th. Will we see?
Yeah,
will we see a
top 10 again?
Fiery.
What do you mean? I'm actually shocked.
Top 10. He's in 11th.
Yeah, but he's close to it. He's close to it. Could we see a top 10 finish from him again? Do you know what? I'll eat my hat if he gets. No.
Let's see if he's got some fire in his belly.
Well, he's in the Ferrari, so
by having 2 pit stops, it's going to hold him closer for the race anyway. So,
have the boys worked out the pit stop entrance?
20 seconds.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point.
You always got to throw in a couple of practices, pit entries.
That can be a good
10 seconds, and they're doing a full formation lap as well. So,
oh, are they?
Plenty of. Yeah, I think they are. Well,
I tell you what,
in the pipeline.
I tell you what, then, I wonder if it is worth me bailing out now, and as they cross the line,
yeah, well, you better do it now.
You tell me. Hold on. Let's get that ready. Right, I'm going to put on the old intro, and then you tell me as they cross the line, because that's when it should let me in.
As they cross the line to start?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you want to do that, I can tell you that.
Right, so I've just... Oh no. Didn't work. Don't know what's gone on here. Right, so it has kicked me out now. Right, I'm nearly ready to come back in, so you tell me.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, you tell me when they're about to cross the line to get the race on the green.
This I can do. Got myself on mute. I think the full formation lap is good, you know, to get enough heat and pressures and all that sort of stuff into tyres and brakes. So into T1 it's not so sketchy. Alright, why is the camera zoomed in on Skills petrol cap? Can you zoom out a bit? I can't see shit. Alright, here we go.
Tell me when they're green.
They're past the last corner.
Are they ready?
Oh, hold on. Show me the light. Oh. Rolling up now. Green, green, green. Go, go, go. See how we go into T1. Scary at this track. Because you can carry a lot of pace through there. Well, a lot more than...
Green light, go, go,
Your
go.
Bathurst has crashed. Oh, no.
Right, here we
A
go.
bit unfortunate. So Bathurst has already binned it into the wall. At least he hasn't popped out of the place, but got his internet sorted. But now he's going to have to fight his way back through the pack with a damaged car. Not ideal. Where's that put him back to? Oh, down to last.
Oh.
Down to last. That's no good.
So what happened? I actually missed it. I was trying to get everything loaded up.
Oh, sorry, we've got... Oh my lord, Albert has done the unthinkable. How is he in second spot? Okay, that's
We know
just
he likes a
stuff.
good start, but that is
What?
ridiculous.
That I missed. I just saw Albert in front of Skill, and he's replaced Barters, and I'm thinking, where has he come from? No, Barters has just spun it on by himself in the T1. Sailed off the track.
Geordie's lost a position. Harvey's up to 11th already, so Harvey is... Let's jump back with Harves, because I reckon we're going to see him moving. We're also going to see Bardas moving, but he's 4 seconds off the back at the moment. I would suggest that he should take an early pit stop.
Skill and Albert are fighting the two.
They are dead close, actually. Dead right. Oh, Skill was at him. Oh, Albert's switch back. Has it worked? It has. He's hung it all around the outside, and Glenn's gone with him. Did he? Yeah, Glenn went with him. So Albert's up from, what was it, 8th? Glenn's up
like
from
that, yeah.
5th or 6th. Where's John?
Where's John?
John's dropped down to 11th. So I wonder if...
something else has happened further back.
Yeah.
Or mid-pack. And who's this in the McLaren? That's Bruce, so he's getting in on this action as
Yeah,
well.
this looks pretty tasty up here.
The problem with these boys, and Gallo's just going to run away, but it's curious though, because Albert wasn't quick with his quali, but he might have a good race setup sorted here.
Yeah. Or he just didn't have time to get everything sorted for quali. Yeah, Halves is closing up onto John now. Right, so we got little pockets. Music in 7th is right on GRT's tail. Is Glenn going to have a go? He is. Glenn's having a go. And he's made it stick. Albert's hit the curb. He's held the position though. Right, now I'd suggest, like, Glenn normally gets his head down and now he's got that tiny little gap. I'm assuming Skill is going to be pushing Albert as hard as he can. So let's see if Glenn can close
Bruce
up.
is back there stalking the boys.
Yeah.
That McLaren's pretty menacing. That livery, I do like it.
Kamangu is all over the back of Music.
Yeah. Where do you want me to watch?
I'm just in with Kamangu at the moment, just to watch him climbing all over the back of Music.
Do you know what? Huh, I realised I haven't even exited it out. I've just been watching this action-packed stuff between Skill and Albert. I'll be back.
No worries. Right, so what we got going on? Who should we have a look at? So Halves is now from the back of the grid. Has now closed up to the back of John, who is climbing all over the back of Andrelli. But this isn't where we normally see these guys. Right, so Halves taking an early pit stop. Prince, Aussie Thunder and Tabasco have already had a pit. So where's our closest battle? George has now dropped back to 13th as Bardas climbs back up the field. He's got 3 seconds to pull back up to John. So let's go back up to Bruce, because this is where the closest contested battles are at the moment. So Skill has made it past Albert. Glenn has stretched that gap a little bit like we thought he might have done, but it's just allowing Gallo to run away at the front. So if we centre on Albert, we should see all of them. So John up to 9th. Looks like Kamangu's dropped back from Music. Right now, I'll just imagine that Halves is going to be pushing like crazy now. Let's see where he is in relation to Darsk. Right, so he's miles off the back, so he's got half a lap to make up. So Halves probably isn't going to reckon until other guys start to pit, and then we'll see where he hops into the field. So let's jump up the music, because he's, well, just a second ago it looked like he was right on his tail.
Brian doing pretty well.
Yeah,
P11.
Yeah, he's. Where was Brian? 16th? Was it 16th? 17th? So yeah, he's made a few places. I'm surprised that Bathurst didn't just come. The damage couldn't have been that bad.
No, well, it
because
looked
he's
like
back
he
up
was
to
shooting
12.
the wall, but I didn't see it. Him actually hit the wall.
Whoa, John's all over the place.
Smoke rolling.
He was off the track. So Brian looks as if he's closed right up on Andrelli, so we'll see if we can jump in there, although the camera's right on his petrol tank. So Brian flashing so he knows we're on him, because he's not close enough to be making an impact just yet. So he's begging for screen time, that's why he's flashing.
He's a stream simp, that Brian. Loves a good stream.
And actually, while we're sat on Brian,
oh, what's going on here?
What's happened there? That looks
Who's
like,
that in the
is that
Lambo?
Prince.
See a lap down or something?
Yeah, Prince has already pitted. Oh, see,
right.
Dust kicked up. So Barda's now after.
Oh yeah, it's getting a bit spicy through here.
Yeah, John must have taken damage or something, because he's just falling.
Well, if it's bad enough, you'll have to go to the pits. Get that sorted out.
So is Brian going to have a pop? Oh, come on, John. That was a triple move, mate.
He's been turned. What's happened here? What's wrong with the camera?
No, I don't know. It's
terrible.
It's bad
Zooms
today.
right in on the bloody. Well, it might be this track, you know, and what happened there? I missed that.
I don't know. I don't know if there was contact or not, because I can't see any damage on the front of Brian's car. John was definitely struggling though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, look at the front of his car. Can't see anything. So
No,
I don't know if John
just
might be struggling.
Yeah.
He's in the pits.
Have we got? I didn't realise music's in the Honda.
Yes.
I had to go with the Honda today around Bathurst. Even though I did 12 hours in the Porsche yesterday. Well, not 12 hours by myself. 6 hours, long enough. And the Honda felt really nice. So it's good to see someone out there in a car that's not really used much. So hopefully music can find his love for it. And it looks like he has, because he's up to P7 now. Cool, calm and collected.
I think that's where he sat for most of this, but gaps don't seem to be growing, so it's holding steady in that car. So yeah, might be worth a look. So how much damage has Barda's got? Just trying to click on Barda's now.
He mustn't have any.
No, I think he has. if you
Car
look at
looks
his
clean though.
no,
Oh,
look
the
at his
front,
front.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hit the wall. Don't know
So
how hard. It might just be light damage.
while
Couple
this has
seconds,
all
few
gone
seconds.
on, John's in the pits. Halves has now just gone past John, who's still in the pits. Here comes Brian into the pits. So that's let Barders loose. That's probably the best bet actually for Brian not to get in a scrap with John's got a stop go 30 and he's stopped, so I think he's retiring by the look of it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. Now what's happened to Albert? He's dropped back. He was up in second there for a bit and he's dropped back to 5th. Bruce is on a charge. After Skill's doing well. Albert, Glenn, usual things, you know, just getting better and better each time we see him.
Got his head down. So, yeah, Gallo is stretching, but
yeah,
Glenn has managed to
second to lap.
hold that gap back to Skill. So, I think it's like Formula One. It's Gallo and then the rest.
That bloody Merc, eh? No, yeah. Must be the Merc. Says John in the pits with a stop and go 30.
No, I think John's.
Oh, we got
John's
GRT
retired,
with a stop go as well. What happened there? So he's sped into pit lane, has he? No, well, out of pit lane.
Yeah, in or out, I would say.
Yeah. So that's going to cost him because obviously, but he wasn't doing too bad there.
No.
So that's hurt him big time.
So
and that's why you got to practice your pit entries, boys.
Yes.
I've seen Bob do it into Bathurst. Put his pit limiter on about 100 metres before the pit line.
Yeah.
That's always handy. Giving yourself a stop and go before you've even entered the.
Well,
each to their own. Rather be safe than sorry, eh?
Yeah. That must just be the old man in me.
Steady does it.
Right, so what have we got? So, yeah, as people have started making their pit stops, Halves is now in amongst it. So he's closing up to GRT by the looks of it. They're both on the same straight now.
So he's done his pit stop, yeah.
Yeah, he pitted very early on. So where's the closest battle? So we got Darsk closing up on George, who is in the top 10.
What?
Yes.
What? He hasn't done his pit stop yet though,
Oh,
so I think he's last time I saw him was probably he actually dropped back to about 13th, 14th.
Yes, he had. As the others have pitted, yeah, he's gained a couple of spots.
He's just got to keep his head down and keep it on the black stuff and he'll be fine.
But yeah, that's about... Oh no, Albert is closing up on Bruce. But
yeah, it sort of closes up and then it breaks away.
Yeah, we'll stay here for a moment. We'll just see how Darsk fares with George.
GRT's doing his stop go 30. That's the longest 30 seconds and the most painful.
Yeah, as you see everyone else whizzing past.
You
end up a lap down in most, well, some scenarios.
Barter's on the charge again. His bonnet's flailing around, so he's definitely got a bit of damage, but as long as it's below that sort of 10 seconds, I'm not too sure, but there's a threshold where it doesn't hinder you that much.
Yeah, but to be honest, I mean, to me, if you've got 10 laps left of a race and it's 5 seconds worth of damage, I'd fix it. because it could be half a second that you're actually hampered. You don't know until you actually fix it.
Well, and you don't know. You know, only Barters will know if it's costing him too much time, because each lap he does, he'll be aware of his pace.
Yes.
So I'm sure he's happy with it, because he's sticking out there, staying out there.
So George seems to be holding him off. It doesn't seem to be changing. So Albert is now closer to Bruce than he was. So let's jump up with Albert and see how the young Spaniard is getting on. He doesn't seem... There's no damage, so he might just have run wide somewhere and just lost the positions that way.
So, is there any sort of strategies to be had here? Probably.
I don't know,
not.
because it's 2 compulsory tyre stops. So
right. Well, so
you can't change it up. It'd just be on your timing. If you want to jump traffic with an early stop, or
True.
you know, trying the undercut, the overcut.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got Albert. He's not doing too bad there. He's hanging in there with Bruce. So Skills in second. Who's in? So Glenn's done his pit stop, and where's that put him? He's out in no man's land. He'll be happy there, just carving up the laps.
Yep, just chuck them in nice and consistent. So yeah, Darsk is still... Oh, there we go. Yeah, Albert's had enough of that tyre set. He's in. So let's jump back with Glenn and see where he is.
Lonesome.
Yeah, in no man's land. Yeah, so...
And after doing your pit stop, depending on where other guys might pop out, because who was he with? He was by himself, so it'll depend on skill when he pits and it all plays out. But pretty sure Glenn had a fair old buffer over skill.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 seconds. So this will all depend on how consistent he is. And let's jump up with skill actually. So skill's dropped. Oh, so he would have been 10 seconds behind. So he's dropped a further 2 seconds to Gallo. We'll jump up with him to see if he's got traffic around him to work out if he's going to be hindered, which is going to play into Glenn's hands. So who's that ahead? 86. Who's 86? So it's Brian. So
and all the people.
Brian could actually be...
Oh, Brian's in the wall. What's he doing?
Is he?
Brian is... He's lagged out. I'm watching him do some weird, very... popping shit. Look at that. Oh, he's gone. Sorry, I just saw him lag out. That was hilarious. So, hilarious but unfortunate all in one. Now, we've had a few drop out now. So
it's John and Brian.
I think John's pulled Brian's internet. They might have had it coming together.
Oh, we've got Gallo in the pits. Now
he could have a couple of... He could change his tyres twice. Have a cup of tea. Got Barters coming in as well. So, see... There's no way to gauge how much damage.
All we can do is
literally time it.
Sit with Glenn. So who else is in the pits? We got Gallo, Music, and Barters. Let's jump in with Glenn, and we'll see how this all pans out. Because all of a sudden, we're going to have, I think, 3 or 4 cars in the same shot.
I'm timing Barters. I'm doing this. I'm timing Barters on how much damage he had. See if it'll work. Because yeah, I'll be curious to see where he pops out.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's Glenn, and they're all they're all still static.
Coming up to 30.
Right, so Glenn did have 2.5 seconds, and I think it's been increased. Music is now out the pits. Oh, Glenn's had an off. Glenn's had an off.
Has he?
Yeah, he's just been in the kitty litter.
That pit stop cost Bathurst 45 seconds according to my stopwatch. So I might have had more than just a few seconds of damage.
Skill is now in the pits. Gallo is out. So he's right on the back of GRT.
So where did Glenn go off?
GRT. He just ran wide, and just lost a bit of time that way. So depends on if he's.
Oh, he's pushing hard now.
Picked up a load of dirt or.
Well, I mean, so who was behind him? It was Skill. So we'll see what happens after Skill does his pit stop.
Yep,
I might keep an eye on Skill actually. Oh, he's in the pits now. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm
blind. Gallo is now coming around the last corner.
Oh, he's coming out. Skill's out.
Is he?
Well, he's not out. He's rolling. He's rolling. He's not out of the pits, but he's rolling. So he's still probably got another 50 metres.
Skill was 12 seconds behind Gallo.
It looks like he's going to get second spot here.
Right, so let's jump back with Glenn.
He is. And Bruce. So Glenn must have had a
so that off track has cost him.
Yeah, it has. But he'll be on the hunt.
So yeah, this is gonna get spicy, consistent. I think. And then you've got Albert. Where's he? So he's 3 seconds behind. So look at the gap there. So in the pit stops, Skill made up 2 seconds. He went in. He was 12 seconds down. He's now come out. He's 10 seconds down on Gallo. So he made 2 seconds on him there.
Who are you watching now?
I'm in with Glenn at the moment because he's right on the back of Bruce.
I was about to say.
And Bruce, Skill, Bruce, and I'm going to centre it on Bruce.
Yeah.
So there's Skill, there's Bruce, and in his shadow is Glenn.
Yeah,
and there's Albert.
Turn into a very spicy battle.
So as soon as Albert is going to be praying that these start scrapping, because then that drags him into it. But I would say it's our usual formality of Gallo just galloping into the distance.
He's a freak. I mean that in a nice way.
But good luck in the Jag next season.
With no tyres.
Oh, someone else has dropped out. We're down to 15 runners.
Oh, I wonder if that was a connection issue or...
We've lost...
Who is that?
Fresh.
Who? They're dropping like flies.
Yeah, we've lost Fresh, so we've lost 3 runners. Fresh, if you're watching, let us know what happened. I've got me text screen open. I will check. I don't normally, but I will this time. Promise.
With all the chatter, you got to keep on top of that, Bob. All right. Get in there, boys. Comment. We need comments. I'm sure John and Brian are checking it out. Let us know what happened with you boys.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, we didn't see. It didn't look as if there was contact.
No, I saw it and it was zoomed in so close. I couldn't see anything other than it looked a little bit of contact in the rear quarter from Brian to John. Spun him, but I could be wrong because the camera on this is terrible. The views, some of them are terrible. I'm impressed with Bruce. He's fast and consistent at this track.
Yeah, music's sat there steady. He's in
Yeah,
sixth
he's
now.
doing well. So he's getting along with that Honda. I like, because there's too many. What do we got? We got a lot of Audis. A couple of Mercs. I had a go at the Merc today, and that thing can just piss off somewhere else.
Yeah, but you look at the way Gallo. Look at the way Gallo.
No,
handles it.
I've just been driving a rear engine car for so long that jumping into something with it feels like a boat. The understeer on it is real, but you just got to adjust your driving style with a bit of practice, and you can love it, you know. But it's a long ways different from the Porsche. There's a lot of bonnet. So that's about the closest battle going on, eh? Other than right at the back there, GRT, unfortunately, good man for sticking around after the stop go 30. See if you can creep back through and get a top 10 maybe. You never know, because he's all over the back of Tabasco at the moment.
So is that worth going down to?
No, well, he just stuffed up the chicane, so he's lost a load of time there.
Yeah, GRT's right on his tail now.
See that camera angle? That's terrible. I don't want to see the helmet. I can't. Someone's off. Is he off? Yeah, GRT's got him. So give him a bit of clear air to hunt down Aussie Thunder. 1.5 off him. Geordie's hanging in there.
So yeah, Fresh come back.
Oh, that's wide.
Fresh come back, and he didn't have time to practice for the track. So literally on the run up to this race, he said he couldn't do any better than like 150s. Felt like he was getting in the way, so he took the option to bail.
Yeah. It's a good track, Fresh. You got to get some practice in here, mate.
It's a nice track.
Oh, it's got a beautiful flow to it.
You've got to put the time in.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's like any track. But yeah, if you want to, be up there, I guess, or any track, you got to put some time into it. But the last two corners they're deceivingly horrible to take. You think it's okay, but it's just this weird sort of downhill, off-cambered sort of section.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Right,
wants to push you off into the sand.
We're halfway. We've got Gallo out for. Oh, the gap is actually closing. I wonder if his tyres are not great. So Skill is now 9.3 seconds behind him. We've got a gap then of nearly 2 seconds back to Bruce, who is closely followed a second back by Glenn. Albert is a further 3 seconds back. Then we have Music, Halves, Kamangu, Barders, Andrelli, Darsk, George sat in 12th. Aussie Thunder, the new boy, his first race with us tonight. GRT and Tabasco. Unfortunately, we've had 3 stoppages. That was Fresh. John was an early retirement, and so was Brian. John is actually swearing on YouTube, so I think there may be there may be some other conversations going on. But yeah, we'll have a look. I hope you saved the replay, because
he's excited. Bob's excited.
It was too hard for us to call because all we could see was a petrol cap.
And John spinning. Brian cruising past.
Unfortunately, John's car did look a little bit loose prior to that, but we can't say. So, where do we go now then? Looks like Albert is closing up on Glenn, or is Glenn dropping? It's a hard one. Kamangu's in for his final pit stop. There's a massive gap. Yeah, he's coming back out now, and looks like he might hold position over GRT, but GRT unfortunately did have a stop go. So 214 and number 2. Let's look for number 2.
GRT's coming in as well. Where's Kamangu going to come out at?
Yeah, he's just going to hold position. Just going to hold position. Oh, is that Tabasco with him? Who's that's just gone past him?
It's another Bruce.
Right,
so
yeah, so he's
out.
just been lapped. Just come out in front of some of the front runners. He didn't repair his damage. He's got a little bit of damage on the rear of the car as well, so it mustn't be too bad. Where should we go, buddy? Where are you keeping an eye on at the moment?
Glenn, really. I was just watching Bruce cruise around with Glenn, so not much going on really at the moment until everyone sort of starts to doing their last pit stops. It's all sort of not that close. And Gallows is peeling away at the front.
Oh, he is.
As per usual.
Yeah, so I don't know if a skill had a moment there, or has Gallo just got his head down and finally got his tyres up? Because it did actually come down to 9.2 gap, and it's now up at 11.
Yeah. Oh, something like that. I think Gallo probably, I don't know, had an itch that needed a scratch.
Yeah, drive one-footed for a couple of laps. Let's just challenge myself. We're driving with crossed arms.
Just for a challenge, you know. Get the missus to have a go.
Hold on, that could be misconstrued.
Depends how you take it.
Well, hello viewers. This seems like this is the biggest amount we've ever had in here. God, we've got a whole 700. I mean 7.
Welcome.
So you get to listen to us pair of idiots dribble on for the remaining 25 minutes.
Good time. So we got Glenn. He's closing up on Bruce again. He's half a second on a charge.
Is he going to try and push and then pit? You know, close that gap then pit, or is he going to try and get him done then pit? Because we're sort of coming up to that stage where they will be looking at their final pit stop.
You really want to be pressuring him, as long as he's not holding him up, you know, as long as, which he's not, obviously, but that's where that pit would come into play. If you feel that the person in front's holding you up,
yeah,
come in, do your pit stop, and hope you come out in a reasonable area with some clean air.
And I think he would. You remember, Glenn was out of the front runners. He was the first to pit. If you remember, because he was in no man's land for a good few laps.
Yeah, I think that was probably his problem. And then he zoned out and had a moment. Now he's back to 4th. I like it. I like it when there's cars around, as long as they're on the same similar paces. Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps you switched on. It gets boring. Keeps you focused.
Gives us something to talk about as well.
Yes. Yeah.
We need Albert in the fray, in the mix. Where is he? He's back to 5th. Can't remember what happened to Albert. It has been kind of action packed, to be honest.
Albert, unfortunately,
I just have a memory like a goldfish.
He must like cats, because he was playing in the kitty litter quite a few times.
Oh, he might have had a bit too much bratwurst, because, you know, taking too much curb, too much sausage around here, and in that Porsche or any car really.
Yeah, especially the Porsche.
Yeah,
It just looks at a sausage and jumps. It's like a cat with a cucumber. Have you seen those videos?
yeah.
You place a cucumber behind a cat. It's like you put a sausage next to a Porsche. It jumps.
And it jumps. It's like iRacing physics with the ping.
So yeah, this seems to be we've got a
Closest.
nice little
Bruce.
trio sat here. Where's the old boy? Right, Halves has done his final pit stop. He is sat in 11th. Of course, he started from the back of the grid because I don't think he's had any practice.
He's finished all his stops as well.
Yes, so I wonder if that will jump him a couple of positions. What else have we got going on? Looks like Bardas is in no man's land. Looks like Andrelli is in no man's land. As is Dask.
Music, he's on a mission. He's closing up on Albert, I reckon.
What are we
no,
at?
sorry. Wait, well, what's happened here, Bruce?
Oh, oh yeah.
Oh God. It's hard to keep
so we've missed it. We've missed it. Is Albert on Glenn? So I wonder if Glenn and Bruce had a bit of a rumble.
Oh, Albert's in the dirt. That's. You can get a bit closer, fellas. Oh, not that close. Oh shit, that was scary. Merging traffic.
Oh, kitty litter again. Come on, Albert. Keep it on the black stuff.
Forget about what's behind you. It's hard though. That's why I just get rid of the mirror. Don't need that. Rip it out, throw it out the window.
Yeah. So I wonder what did happen there.
No, well,
I mean,
you might hear about it later.
Yes, it's on the screen, but I was looking across at my other screen at the time, so unfortunately I missed it.
So Albert, he's obviously picked up the crumbs from whatever's happened there and claimed P3. And Glenn's, is he dropping off? He's dropping off a little bit, which has invited Bruce back into the. Maybe they got a score to settle.
Here
no,
we go.
Bruce
Bruce is in the pits.
Probably a good idea. Does he have any damage? It doesn't look like it.
I don't know. If anything, it'll be.
I'll pull the stopwatch out.
Oh, are you timing? Right, give us a rundown.
I'll just start it when he stops. It's not the best, most ideal situation. His car looks pretty clean though. So yeah, because I was looking at music, he was on a charge after all of a sudden looked like he was closing in, and I was like, "That's
where he is."
That's
well, yeah. You know, after the events that we've seen, he's now closing up on to Glenn.
Is this the first time he's been? He seems to change his cars every race.
No, it's not on Glenn. Albert must have had an off. Albert is behind Glenn.
Oh, the timing. Oh, I forgot to. No, he's okay. So his pit stop was standard. No damage from what I can tell.
God, the live timing ain't very live, is it?
Is it when they cross the start-finish line, or is it just?
Well,
I mean, are we surprised though with all the bugs? With all the bugs, we should just be lucky we can watch it, even if it is the petrol cap.
Yeah.
Oh god. So that's Bruce with his pit stop done. So who are we waiting for to do their next? That's
well, the top 9. So I must admit, I did think that Glenn would have pitted. Oh, there he is.
Coming in. So Albert's staying out.
Who else has just followed him in?
That's who be this? Oh, that's Music. So Music and Glenn are both in.
Right. Yeah. It was a Honda.
The only Honda.
Yes.
I like it though. I like to see another manufacturer. It's good.
Well, yesterday those Hondas were lightning around the mountain.
To the point I had to have a go today, and yeah, I could see the love to be had for it.
Well, maybe that's our next car for next season's Enduro. But we need to know what it's like on all the other tracks. It may have been the BOP update for the 2020 Bathurst.
Oh, look, I mean, it's not going to be great at all tracks, like all cars, you know, they're good here and there.
But it's got to put it in with a shout for Monza, Silverstone, Bathurst, because I mean they're the three power circuits, aren't they? Oh, yeah. Albert.
So where's
has he
Glenn
been playing,
coming out?
Has he been playing a lot of dirt?
Is he dirt tracking it? He's got the Briggs and Stratton line through the grass.
Yeah, he's doing a bit of rallycross in the Porsche today.
Well, they did have a Porsche rally car, didn't they? What was that one?
They did. Well, the old 911s and the 912s. 912 was the precursor to the 911, so it was basically a Beetle with the Porsche badge. Right.
As Binger would say, the Beetle.
Stop go, car number 17. Who is that? Tabasco.
Has he done himself a mischief?
Yeah, speeding in the pit lane.
See, I tell you, there's a few of them that have done that.
So Gallows in
Need to practice that.
Pit. Let's see. Right, Skill did this. I think it was in a ruse race.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, he found himself. Because he stayed out longer than everybody. He found himself on the podium. I think it was.
Well, because that's the thing. If people get held up with traffic or whatever, you know, and you can sort of do your pit stops to suit. A lot of luck is involved, obviously, as well. But you can jump a lot of people in that regard. So where's this? So we got Albert and Barters in the pits. So Barters is... Where's that going to put him? Considering he binned it into T1 and was...
Gallows out.
Starting from second and ended up having to start from last.
There'll be a gap there. Let's jump in with Glenn because... Obviously he's already pitted.
Yeah, I'm watching him now, so...
Passing now.
Yeah, he's
Albert's just coming out.
He's got them all. So does Bruce.
Yes. So is there a grudge to be had here with Bruce sat on the back of Glenn again? Is there a grudge that needs settling? What was there a nudge?
Get him. Get the dogs.
Was there a love tap? We don't know.
Whoa, he's on that charge. Stop, go,
Cleared
speeding. So that's
for Tabasco.
Sorry. He's got two laps remaining.
Oh, did it say 2? Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it'd come up cleared. No worries. Right, so Music has had all of his pits, but he's dropped back. I wonder if he must have had an issue. So obviously
that would put him behind Barters. He should have been up in between. He should have been 6th.
Yeah, he must have.
I think.
Must have had an issue.
Oh no.
Halves now up to 6th.
You called it though.
Yeah, if we have a driver of the day, as the KRL
don't
do.
Commentators curse. Commentators curse.
Well,
are you gonna say it? Are you gonna risk it?
Yeah, halves won't mind. Halves, you've got to stay on the black stuff, mate. Because
imagine he crashed straight away.
Yeah, the proper Murray Walker. And all he's got to do is navigate the final lap, and he'll be world champion. Oh no, his wheel fell off.
Nah, Harvey's probably worked the track out now, considering it's his first time doing the track, I think. Obviously, just enough to get his track medals.
But yeah, don't know. That's...
Unless he's sandbagging, I don't know.
Yeah, you never know with these young student types. Oh no, I'm working. What? Working on what? Well, my track knowledge on Assetto Corsa. That's what I'm doing my thesis on.
I'd be working on the anatomy of women. What?
Oh. Who were?
No, I'm looking to be a gynecologist.
Yeah, well, it
Wait.
could
Wait,
be a
what?
pleasant job on the occasion, but then again,
Yeah,
then
okay,
you
we're
get
going off
all
track again.
you get all the unsavoury ones as well. So yeah, I think that's a.
That's right, you're going to take the good with the bad.
Oh my, oh. I think the bad might outweigh the. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm starting to gip.
I don't know, maybe you just have a few whiskies before some clients come in. Anyway, we're back to racing.
Yes. Well, you took us
And
there.
I did. I'm good at that. So Bruce is not. He's not giving
up
easily. So I reckon that'll be the best sort of. Ooh. Actually,
yeah,
saying that, it looks
still
like
sat with Glenn at the moment.
it's opened up to half a second, but 7/10.
Oh, we must have a decent. We must have a decent time multiplier. Can't get my words out. Decent time multiplier on here because we're now going into darkness.
Scary.
So we're going to see the tyre temps falling off.
Well, it's what was it at? It was at 26, and now it's down to 19. So yeah,
now,
you'd hope the boys have set up their pressures.
Yes.
To suit one way or the other.
This could all
but
change.
Bruce actually saying that, I was saying he's closing the gap. He's actually now dropping off a bit.
I've just dropped back to the two army buddies, Andrelli and Kamangu, because they're in close proximity.
Oh, they love it. They love it. Close proximity. See what you did there. It's where they plan it.
So Andrelli in front of Kamangu, and Kamangu is bonnet is flapping.
So music's in the pits. What's going on there? It's all fell apart for him by the looks of things. Don't know if he's got damage or what, but that's not going to do him any.
Paulie has said Glenn keeps getting a black flag with yellow circle. Not sure what that flag is.
Turn his lights on. He's got to turn his lights on. So because it's going dark, he needs to turn his headlights on, and if he doesn't...
No, but Glenn's have been on all race, so I wonder if it's for the car that was behind him.
Possibly, or it could be a glitch.
Another one, yeah, probably.
It's the most plausible. Because that flag in iRacing is a meatball. That's you got to tow your car back, eh? It's not that.
Is it damage?
It is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Your car's damaged. You need to come and fix it.
You're leaking a lot of fluid. So yeah, what music's just done an extra. I don't know what's happened there. He's coming to do it.
Yeah, maybe.
Did he have a penalty?
No, maybe
damage.
Put a used set of tyres on. We've seen that before. I think Paulie, in some of the earlier seasons of OzNZ, I think I watched one of his streams and I was like, mate, you put an old set of tyres on, and it was because like everything with this game, nothing was put in a manual to sort of say, you know, how you set your car up, how you set your pit strategies up. So it was all suck it and see. So if you put a black set of tyres on, that's actually used set. It's got to be a white set. But I also found with the PC, it's grades of white as well. I don't know if you noticed yesterday in Bathurst.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Because I was scrolling across and I was like, that's not as bright as what the other one was. And
yeah, exactly.
So it was like, it wasn't black, but it was grey. So that's part used, I guess. Is that right? No? So different grades of tyre degradation.
Yes. So the brighter white, the
White's
newer.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh.
But I think on this it's just black or white.
Right. So Bruce has dropped right off. He's had a moment, I think, because he's back to 6 seconds from Glenn.
Yeah.
And skill. Look at that. He's kept it under 10 seconds to Gallo. So massive props to him. He's at one with that Lambo, I must admit, and I do like his livery. Cool.
Yeah, it's like a transformer.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like the glowing brakes though. Does
No,
my
that's they're glowing while they're sat in the pits. Crazy.
So yeah, he's doing really well there.
Right, so he's coming up to lap Darsk now. By the looks of that, is that Darsk in that lime green
I think so.
Audi?
Yeah, it is. How can you miss it? He's got the PPE Audi, the high vis. Look out, boys, coming through.
Gallo
Maybe-
steering with his feet and doing his pedals with his hands.
I think
enjoying
Albert
himself.
needs the high vis Porsche. The amount of positions he makes up into T1.
Yeah, like a hazard sign, or just put his hazard lights on. Coming through.
Need him to have a funny horn as well, like a beep 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 beep. Come.
What, like the little clown cars?
Yeah.
Ha ha.
No. Oh, I like the glow from the exhaust at night though. From
Yeah, I
the
don't
back
know if
of
you
the
did you notice
Audi.
in the 12 hour yesterday, I think it was the McLaren and the Hondas, as they're downshifting, they puff the flames out the back.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that's gone into this game, and that's why it's so hard on
So
the
demanding.
console and on the
Yeah.
and on the
Just the
PC.
graphics. It's it's a pretty game. But it's it's a pretty game and a good game. Not like Gran Turismo, it's just pretty. The rest of it's shit.
Oh, Paulie's just said he's got his PC.
Look out.
Yeah, that's what it's just said. I'm on PC. Well, PC now as well, lads. So the console will be hung up soon. So probably see Notice and Bob back on the track again in some enduro races. He said, "Look out." So.
Well, I won't be looking out because you're off in the distance more than likely. I'm not fast. I'm not fast at ACC. Don't spend enough time at it. And
we should do.
Well, and the biggest thing I've found with the change from PlayStation or console to PC is the physics,
The wheel.
the feedback through the wheel was just a whole another level. Like, it's hard to explain. You just have to try it, and it just feels like a completely different game. You feel so much more of the car on the road.
Yeah, a lot more. The rumble strips, the sausages try to rip the wheel out of your hands.
Oh, you just clip the grass and it does that.
Yeah, and
pucker moments.
If you T-bone a Mercedes as well, it feels like the whole rig tries to take off.
That's when you need like a direct drive with like 80% torque on it or whatever, like the maximum settings.
No, because I tell you what, if I'd have had one of those wheels, I'd have hit the emergency stop as soon as I saw that Mercedes in the track.
Well, yeah, knowing your settings, you would have had it maxed out because you don't have noodle arms. You're a strong man.
Here we go. Fresh is on the chat. He says he's shifting to PC2 with a proper sim rig.
Wow. See
He wants.
It's just all the crap that's happened with this game turns people off it on
Yeah,
PlayStation.
he says I just want huge driver swap enduros. Well, we did our first one yesterday, and it was
yeah, and recommend do it
sweaty.
more than two people. More than two people over 12 hours.
Yeah.
Especially with zero comms, that was fun.
Minimum of 3 people, I would say. Minimum.
Yeah. No, but
although I enjoyed it.
Same in the end. After I took a Panadol because I got a headache halfway through it.
Oh,
I seriously did.
Yeah, no. Well, I was sat in the. That's
the
why
eye strain.
I had to like leave my rig now and again because it was.
Yeah.
It was too much when when you're watching someone else driving as well.
Oh, it makes your car sick.
Yeah. Right. So what are these gaps? We don't have anyone racing closely.
It's all based out. Other than. Nah, that's still Bruce and Albert.
Halves is 3 seconds behind Albert. from starting from the back.
Yes.
So if we do introduce a
Yeah.
driver of the day for the league, Halves has got my vote for this week.
100%.
I tell you what, Gallo might be struggling with tyre pressures.
He's dropping time to skill, isn't he? Down to 7 now.
I'm just jumping in with Gallo now because I just want to see if he's carrying speed or if he's just relaxing.
Cool, calm and collected. But the other thing that sucks is you can't see what times they're setting, what times they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, well, we hoped it was going to be fixed with some of these.
Because yeah, if I go to timetables, does that just blue screen me? Probably.
Yes. Yeah, I would assume so. Anything other than the little triangle at the top.
Yeah. Oh no, he doesn't miss a beat, does he? Even though he is dropping off, but maybe you're right. Maybe those tyres, because it's cooling.
Yeah.
Maybe he had them set to their maximum for the hotter side of things. So now it's cooling off and they're a bit too low.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can do for that is set your second set of tyres up. You know, so they're at like 28.3 when you first come out on them.
Yeah, so when it cools down, they're optimum. But he's got the gap back to 6.9. We'll go with the 6 second mark.
Yeah, but I would say, right, how long has he got of this lap? So I would say there's another, after completion of this, I reckon we've got another 2 laps. Oh no, work. It doesn't work like that, does it? So he's coming up to start his final lap, I believe.
Yeah, because it'll time out. Unless you can do a lap that's like 20 seconds long.
So where's our old fella? Where's he sat at the moment?
The old fella, 11th. Oh, I said I'd eat my hat if he got top 10.
So
he's done well there, George.
Is that Dask? Because the screen's so small, I can't see. Let's jump up with Dask so it turns red. No, George. Yeah, George is not going to make up that position. Dask is considerably further up the road.
Yeah. Well, 18 seconds to be precise.
Oh yes, yeah. I just saw the laps. So yeah,
look,
this
Skill's got it. Oh no! Oh, fuck hell!
What?
I clicked up one too many times in it.
No, you blue screened. Oh.
Skills closed that gap though. He's
6 seconds, but he's not going to make.
No, I know, but he's very impressive with how he's been doing this season.
Yeah, well, that's
in that Lambo.
This is what he did in that race on Oz race. He just kept himself. He kept himself to himself and found himself on the podium. But we're seeing every single race that Gallo has entered, he has been on the podium.
Freak.
Most of the time on the top step. Glenn is a regular podium getter.
Yeah, for multiple leagues.
Yeah. Barders has been a bit unfortunate tonight.
And last week with his internet.
That might have explained why John was a bit loose early on. He says he tapped Barders into turn 1, so that was why Barders
bun, because it looked like he did it by himself, but the replay, or not the replay,
there we go. So it did close up. So Gallo won the race predictably. Skill finished in second, only 5.3 seconds down. Glenn takes third, so there's our podium.
Nice.
Bruce
Well done.
just crosses the line now in fourth. Where's Halves? Halves finished in 5th. Albert must have.
Oh,
What's
really?
happened there?
Albert.
There's Barders. Barders just coming round the final corner now. Yes, yeah, Albert must have had another issue while we
What,
were...
on the last lap?
Yeah, while we were gas bagging. The last couple of laps he must have had an issue because he's finished in 8th. Halves finishes
he's a bit
in
of a
5th.
topsy-turvy race for Albert because he sent it on.
No way,
T1.
what's that for? GRT plus 130 seconds.
Oh, no.
Tabasco, stop, go. Oh, is that the...
Did they not take tyres? Did someone not take Wait.
Yeah, you had to take tyres on both stops, so that might explain GRTs.
One of them.
The stop goes, maybe that's just showing what penalties they did have during the race. Yes, it is.
So, but GRT, where did he finish, and then where did it put him? Because with 130
GRT
seconds.
finished in 13th.
With
Music,
with
6
the one.
Yeah, and then Music actually dropped out 6 laps from the end.
Oh.
Tabasco dropped out 9 laps from the end. Fresh, unfortunately, yeah, he didn't have any pace and didn't feel comfortable racing, so he pulled the pin. Brian was quite early retirement as well, and John was pretty early. So
who we got with the top 3?
Here we go.
Glenn's here.
Gallo, Skills,
hello,
and
guys.
Glenn. Hello,
Glenn, how are you, mate?
Good, boys, and you?
Yeah,
Very
good. It was a fun race to watch.
It was a very enjoyable race to race, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was tight at the top for a little while there. Few changes in P2.
Yeah. You had a moment there. I think you were out in track by yourself, and we just all of a sudden noticed you drop back.
Yeah, so I like to think the curbs here are a bit of RNG. It doesn't matter which way you hit it. Just the game tells you what it wants.
Yeah.
And yeah, this must have hit it a little bit wrong, and
right.
Yeah, put me into the sands, and it was all right.
Yeah.
Bit of a drive back.
It was a good race. It definitely was fun to watch. That's for sure. Bit unfortunate with Barders at the start there. He apparently got tagged.
Yeah, John was. Look at John must have touched him just a tad.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened with him and Brian, and I think he was a bit grumpy in there.
Yeah.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Is that Gallo in here now, or is it?
Congratulations.
Yo, my brother.
So every race, mate, every race
Sweating.
you've entered in, you have been on the podium.
I think so, right? I didn't race, yeah.
So we were discussing it again earlier. I'm sorry, mate. You've got to fly the flag for Jaguar next season, mate. I think
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'll start practicing.
Because we
With
run
straight
as
tyres.
we run as a democracy in the Reaper League. So I think everyone has voted and it's unanimous.
No worries. Let's do this.
It's a shame
No,
we can't
mate,
actually
look.
put sandbags in the back of his car, to be honest.
But guys, a lot of guys
him.
got a lot of guys got unlucky, and as a result, I got lucky because Butters was pretty close, man.
Yes.
In pace wise,
yeah, he's
and
quick.
he got out. I think John touched him or something at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Shame.
he
Apparently.
was within a tenth of you in the quali,
Yep.
and it did
Yep.
look like he
He
was going to be
loves the
flying.
Exactly, and John too. John, the Merc, man. I think the Merc is OP in the track. First of all, because it's so nice, it just flows, and you can go ride the curbs, and it's just really good. It's kind of easy to keep a good pace. You don't have to push too hard in this track. But anyways, I thought John was gonna be up there as well, and Skill was catching me at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
so
saying
he had
that.
the
We thought your
pace.
tyres
Yeah,
dropping off.
I was kind of, I wasn't trying obviously at the end to push hard, but I was trying just to keep my normal pace, and at night he was driving better.
Gil,
Mm.
yeah, he's
Mm.
impressive.
So, yeah,
of late.
but we were saying in that race on Oz, he had done something very similar in one of their races, where he was just. It looked as if he was in the mid pack for the majority of the race, and then come the end of the race, after all the pit stops had happened, he was up on the podium.
Yeah, you see, some sort of strategy, maybe something a bit different he's doing.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's one to watch next season, definitely.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Has he jumped in here? Did he know about it, or?
I think the guys mentioned in the chat.
I haven't seen him join.
Let me see. I'll try to message him. But yeah, did you, Bob and Notice? Did you see the incident with John and Brian?
Brian? No, because
not properly.
The camera, it shows the fuel cap at that part of the track. It was at the second last corners though, like the two left-handers.
I don't know. It was just.
John was saying that Brian took a dive bomb that really he couldn't make stick. So.
Wow.
Well, John.
If he's got
knows himself. He's got to save a replay, submit it. We can't go back to the old league and one person overrules. We discussed it, and any incident of that nature, it's got to be unanimous within the stewards group, which is John, myself, and Fresh. So I know myself. While you're racing, you tense, you believe that something's happened, but until we have a look, it's gonna be difficult to judge.
John
from
might
here.
take it out on him another way though.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
I think he ripped his internet, his modem out, because I just saw Brian do what Barters did the week before and just did that Mary Poppins shit straight off the track.
Well, yeah, we probably shouldn't discuss it here, to be honest, because we're still live.
So
let's.
Was there any other good battles? I guess.
Well, there was early on in the race. It was we were centered on Skill, yourself, and Albert, because you were in such close proximity for the first sort of third of the race. So it was good watching, but it was by the time the second pit stop happened, it was almost like a procession, to be honest. So me and Notice started babbling and then missed a couple of things.
Yeah, he got spaced out and all. Yeah.
But no, as usual. I mean, the racing that we've got in this league, it is entertaining. It's normally very close. It's that's why I enjoy. Although we're not racing, that's why I enjoy being part of it.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, cool. It's about you guys. So I mean, for you out, I nearly called you Albert then. For you, Gallo, I mean, obviously everything was. It looked nice and controlled, but I
had a few moments actually.
You did.
He was good. As I said, the Merc is amazing, so that's one of the biggest things. And the other thing was I could pull away at the beginning, which gave me some breathing space.
Yeah.
Because of the incident and stuff, blah blah blah. And I did have a couple of incidents. I got lucky in one. I hit it. I saw such curb and kind of ejected me out to the side. But it was luckily enough that huge runoff area you have down. You go downhill, and then you've got just before going uphill. There's a huge on the left runoff area, and I went really wide, almost lost it. But that was the moment I had. Other than that, pit stops were pretty straightforward. Nothing major, and yeah.
Standard stuff.
Congratulations, Gallo and Glenn.
But
thanks, John.
Unlucky, John.
So, from your perspective, Glenn, how did you feel it panned out? I saw that there was while we were gas bagging as we do, we missed. I think there was a couple of times positional changes between you and Albert. So did anything get close, or was it just due to runoffs and such like?
Yeah, so I think I touched really have difficulty with that. And it's not like the third chicane where you have to brake before you hit it in and then brake again before you stop. And the car just gets so unbalanced, the Porsche. Couldn't get it sorted before the race, but I managed to keep it up and I hit the grass there, and then Albert sort of came past me, and I sort of just let him go because he was faster, and then he had issues as well. We were sort of both just having issues the whole race, just trying to keep it together, really.
Yeah, well, we thought that he must have a love for cats because he was playing in a kitty litter quite a few times.
Yeah. I really reckon Brucey should have been on the podium though, because he was on fire. I don't know what happened to him behind me, but if he got close enough, I was just going to let him go because he was doing such a great job the whole race.
So what happened when you actually went past Bruce? What happened? Was there an incident or was it a clean take?
No, so he hit the curb wrong on the first chicane and sort of he lost it, but he caught it, but he wasn't going fast enough, and I sort of just overtook him.
Right.
And he was working his way back up to me, but I think he must have just hit the curb again. I didn't see what happened to him behind me, so
yeah.
I don't know. He dropped off like 6 seconds all of a sudden, so I don't know what happened to him. Might have to go back and have a look at the streams.
It was really decent watching. I mean, yeah, it was 4 of you, wasn't it? It was yourself, Bruce, Skill, and Albert. Yeah, so no, it was good watching. It was good watching. So I suppose.
Who was third again? Glenn? Yeah.
Glenn,
yes.
Skill was second. He's not
Glenn,
in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, sorry to interrupt. I mean,
I'll just stop the
what
stream.
happened there?
I'll just stop the stream here. I'll just stop the stream just so we can have a general chat. But everyone that tuned in, thanks very much. Pleasure being part of all this, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.